Here are 10 practical ways to defeat last in your life. We are on number 5. Do away with wrong friends. Peer pressure is real. If you struggle with peer pressure and it's like you just can't help it, I'll share with you 2 thoughts to help you handle that negative influence. Let me tell you a story. But before I do, how many of us have bad habits we are battling to stop for years? That all started because somebody else introduced us to it. It could be some friend, some sibling. And it's like when you are making progress, that is when they also end up drawing you back. All of us have that experience. It is actually very few people that stumble upon a bad habit, especially addictions, all by themselves. Even if you accidentally stumbled upon something online, it was because there is some faceless person at the back end online who lured you into it. The story is told. Now to our story. The story is told of a Christian. Let's call him Chris. Chris was on fire for God, praying every morning, reading his word steady. You know, those kind of experiences. And he had been clean from his struggle with lust for months. He felt untouchable. He was strong. Then he started hanging out again with his old friends. He convinced himself that I'm strong now. I can be the light in the darkness. One night, whilst they were in their online group and chatting, someone dropped a funny video and it got everybody laughing. Chris didn't want to be the boring church guy in the group, so he even dropped some emojis himself. The content was very seductive. That night, all alone, the images began to flash in his thoughts. The bad company didn't force him to sin, they just lowered his guard. And because he had spent so much time online, his spiritual armor had started thinning out. His resilience had broken. And now that he was alone, he couldn't help it. He fell. That's how peer pressure works. It's not someone forcing your hand necessarily. It's the slow erosion of your standards because you are surrounded by people who don't value what you value. You know, many times we overestimate our abilities and we think somehow the crowd won't influence us. Do you realize that Chris's story I just shared with you breaks all of the rules we've dealt with so far? Do you remember rule number 1? Do not use willpower to try to overcome your lust. Chris did. We also mentioned rule number 2 is to spend some money and to avoid triggers. If Chris had set up systems to avoid triggers, that link that was shared on the chat, if he had clicked it, the filters he had set in place would have blocked that link. But he didn't do step number 2 either. Remember step 3, he said to avoid idleness. Chris was idle for hours, chatting on the wrong platform, on the wrong group. And then finally, step 4, don't get cocky when you make progress. Chris had been clean for months and he felt overconfident, and that's what got him. Do not be deceived, my friends. Bad company corrupts good character. So here's how to deal with peer pressure. Remember I said I will share 2 thoughts. Thought number 1, don't care about losing your friends. The truth is, people matter, but most people don't. Yeah, that's the sad, painful truth. Most people don't in your life. Just look at your junior high school. Where are your friends from JHS? How about your senior high school days? Where are all of them? Uni? If not for WhatsApp, most of us will never have gotten the opportunity to reconcile with our old friends. But in reality, what impact are they making in your life? Most of those we call our friends are actually just acquaintances. Circumstances is what brought us together. And even those we call our close friends are actually friends with benefits. That is why if you watch closely, wealth attracts many friends. Success attracts many friends. But a poor man is deserted by his friend, especially when he needs them the most. So if you find out that anytime you are hard pressed, you are in need, and you need your friends, that is when they are most unavailable or most unhelpful, then advise yourself. Second thought. This is a reverse strategy to the first. Remember we've talked about don't care about letting go of friends. The second thought is Build boundaries so that you don't let people in that easily. Let your boundaries be the filter that prevents a certain kind of people into your inner sphere, or a certain kind of people into your inner niche. Do this and it will shock you how much progress you begin to make in your own life with a small circle of friends. Be focused and be diligent and hang around with like-minded people. I see people sometimes going for networking sessions all over, and I do so myself. But most of the time, it feels quite uncomfortable, a bit too cringy, it's almost artificial. And the people who matter really in life have limited time and are not available for these networking sessions en masse. But there's a way to go around it. This is the secret to get quality people within your niche. Do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. So be excellent, be diligent. Of course, that will mean you would have fewer friends around you, but that's the goal. And your diligence will just open doors to quality people. These are my daily devotions. Every day I share my thoughts from the scriptures to help you also to think biblically about everything happening in your life. I love you, Maranatha, our Lord cometh. Bye.